Oh, what you been up to?
So, I think it's safe to say that rice isn't the most...
You made the foam? She made foam. She's so excited about it. Ah, come on! Yes, you made. It doesn't. What'd you make it out of? Dishwasher soap. Great, now put it in my. Why? Stop spilling it on me! Why am I? Why? No, 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 no! Don't give it to.
Sorry.
Can you get a towel? Okay, no, I'll just hold it and you go get a towel. Thank you. So the girlfriend made foam. I had a long shift at work yesterday, so slept pretty well. Nice. And staying up for diving now too. Very nice. I mean, so yeah. Hey Sherpa, you came in at the right time. No, no, towel, not more foam. Why are you like this?
So much more.
There's so much more. Can I please have a towel? Oh, may I come with a suggestion when it comes to dying? Like, sure. I can't even put on mute. I see you getting more foam. Oh, it's getting more stable. Great, it's dripping on me. Why are you? I'm gonna be. No. That's not enough. A proper towel. Okay, just put it on. Can I get a towel for my hands, please?
Sound.
I don't give a shit about the sound. They can't hear it. It's not picking it up.
Here, use the towel.
Can I get more towel, please? It looks like a chicken. I don't. Oh. She's so happy. Yes, okay, cool. It's wiggly. Can I please get a towel now? Oh, you got webbed hands? Yup. I am webbed. Don't masturbate, kids. Oh. Thank you. And then. Do you wanna have a talk with them while I go and
Sure.
pee and stuff? Oh, Fritz water bottle. That's a poignant follow. Just gonna fix the camera flickering. There we go. Fix the. There we are. All right. Or do when you're old enough, just saying, yeah, of course. Okay. So, Lady Sept is gonna entertain you while I go to the toilet and. Oh my God! It's on the floor.
Hello.
Tell them about the foam.
I tell them about the foam. So I made foam. Foam. Hello. Sorry, I look a little bit used today because I was so busy making so much foam. um. So what happened is I saw this video yesterday, like right before we went to sleep. We watched like Instagram Reels, and you know probably some of you have seen it. It's the video where this guy is in like a dishwasher station. He has this super big cloud of foam, and he carries it around. Have you seen it? And then he just carries it to a vent in the ceiling, and it just like disappears. And it made me laugh so much. I think I was a little bit sleep deprived, but it was so funny. So yeah, I've been turning the kitchen to a foam production today. So that's what's been happening. I'm really scared of letting the foam go down the drain, actually. It's a lot. There's still bubbles floating in the air? Here? Really? You made me excited there for a moment. Can you drain the foam? You bring some more?
I can drain the foam.
No! No! None of my glasses! No way! Let's shape it nicely at least. Ah! Oh god. This doesn't look good at all. Can you foam it? I want a crown. Good enough. Is this a tiara?
No.
What is this? It looks like a lamp. 1 second. A cow. Queen of foam. Make a shake out of it and send it off into the sky. Ooh!
Oh! Oh!
Oh, sorry.
My electronics! No, it's fine.
Here's more. Oh, it's gone. Okay, I'm gonna get some more! No, I'm gonna leave. You want it back? You going for a foam mohawk? You should. He's going for a foam mohawk. Did you put it just on the counter? I didn't put it on the counter. How did it get there? The foam lives. I'm not surprised. I mean, I made it. Okay. Things are happening out there. You ready? It looks like a turd. So I don't know if there are any 90s kids around here, but I never was allowed to go to foam parties because my brother, he went to them a lot, and he like all his clothes would smell horribly. So I was never allowed to go. Let's do a unibrow. Brow? Oh! It's like all politicians in Austria have like really big eyebrows. If this comes into my eyes, I'm gonna cry probably. Oh, move away.
It's just being absorbed.
No, it's going in! Ah! Skin is eating it! It's on your headset, I don't care. It's a whale! Can you see? That's like the fin, and then the head. The music is also epic. Taking a bath in foam was so much fun. Oh, yes. We don't have a bathtub. No, leave it! It's my whale friend. From this angle, it's like a seal! Seal! Kiss from a rose, ba-da-ba. Ooh. Okay, you wanna go back? I'm having too much fun. This is the best Sunday of my life! No, I'm just kidding. Not kidding. A cat? They are the ears. No, I made ears. Oh, away. Here, I want more tail. It's wiggling its butt. Hey, Profits TV. I'm not Septeques. I am. That's him. I'm just doing a takeover while he went to pee, and I made a lot of foam. It's perfect. Oh, the tail pooped on me. Okay. Maybe you want to go back to what's actually going on. Done for the day. Can you take it off? No, leave it! No, take it off. No, leave it! I'm a cat. Ooh, I do want to show my tattoo. I got this. Well, now it's a little floppy, but we're getting there with the strength. But this is a tattoo I got last week, actually. Last week? 2 weeks ago, maybe. And it's really nice, because it's super fine lines, as you can see. I'm really proud. It is 3 plants, and one stands for my grandma, this one. It's I don't know how they're called in English, but in German this is Erika. My grandma's name was Erika. This is Margaret. My mom's name is Margareta. And this is a cotonjasta, which is a bush that's very ugly with a lot of thorns, but when I was born, my brother said that should be my name. Yes. Oh, thank you! You like it? Okay. I'm leaving. Thank you. Bye.
So yeah, yesterday she said she wanted to make foam. I didn't think she would actually do it. Does the microphone still work? Yeah, okay, good. Oh my god. Yeah. Solid, I wouldn't call it solid. It falls apart when you touch it. Okay, now there's foam everywhere. It's on your face. It's stuck to your hair. We heard the foam now, really? Well, the microphone is now wet. Well, thank you for that, babe. You beat the Electro, Jago. Very, very well done. Bye. Be back. I'll do the Dying Light. Please do, Rushmek. Holy crap. I don't want the bowl of foam. No, I don't want to put the bowl of foam in my face. I can hold my breath, but you have to... Towel, please. This is not a good look. This is not a good look at all. This is... How do you think it looks on camera, babe? No. Okay. Thank you. Now please go away. No. Yes, thank you. Alright.